guys, Ranger here, and welcome back to another video, and a very special video. And yes, I'm wearing a Christmas shirt. The only one that appealed to me at Walmart. This is the only one that Walmart had that appealed to me. And it was made too small. And it's the only size they had, so yeah. So I'm not really comfortable right now, but I'm only going to be wearing it for this video, so, whatever. But this is a very special video. This is a reaction and review to the all-new Christmas special of MLP, which is, from what I read, it's supposed to be like Season 9, Episode 0. So this is the best gift ever, and this is a complete special. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin, because I know some people want me to check this out, and I want to get this done because it's December 15th right now. So let's begin. Starting video. 3, 2, 1, click. I love this opening title card.
It was a single day left before
And this is
heartwarming Eve.
Starlight narrating, I believe.
Busy, so much to achieve. They hustled and bustled, their heads were a spin, and it's here that our holiday story begins.
Wait, no? Cute.
Heartwarming Eve is almost here, there's so much left to do.
Still need to shop for all my friends, but what to get, no clue. This one is nice and not so cute, although that's pretty too. Why do I make all these gifts each year? Until I'll make it through.
Hey, it's Sugar Bell.
Before the cheer, shop, big box, wrap, boom, repeat. One last chance before the holidays leave. Box, wrap, boom, again. One more day to make the holiday great. One more day before we celebrate. One day and then it's here.
I saw Lyra and Bon Bon.
One more chance to bring that holiday cheer.
What's that crab apple?
Heartwarming Eve is almost here, a day for us to share. Friends and family all together.
Oh my gosh. Hey!
With all the planning we still have to do, we got no time to spare. One more day before the cheer. One last chance before the holidays. One more day to
Oh yes! Cuteness. Oh.
And I can sleep at night. The family's almost here.
one more chance to bring that holiday cheer. Before the fun, there's preparation.
Around the corner.
Shopping, cooking, decoration.
Was that supposed to be that woman from Home Alone? And that was an elf reference, wasn't it?
Spreading joy to all your friends, even when
Derpy!
ever seems to end.
Oh my gosh. So many characters. So much stuff I have to go over.
No time for rest, that much is clear. I knew the list and checked it twice, there's lots to do on here. Oh, if I can't get everything done, I'll have to wait and celebrate next year.
One more day before the cheer. Shop, big box, wrap, oh, repeat. One last chance before the holidays. Oh, again. One more day to make the
Oh.
holiday great. One
Somehow I don't think that was supposed to happen.
celebrate. Please, oh please, make it really, really great.
One more gift. Try to hurry. Don't be late.
Box, wrap, oh, repeat. Gotta concentrate. Just one more day until we all celebrate.
Do we want to know why you're wrapping up every pony in town?
Oh
Not wrapping paper, a to-do list.
2 of these, 3 of those, maybe 10 of those, just in case. Twilight, darling, are you all right? Sure, just grabbing a few things. Do I need this? No, that's silly. I need 8.
What?
Hey, yo, what's every pony?
Little holiday meltdown.
Hey, Twilight. how's your day?
I got Raven in grading midterms, and Cadence and Shining Armor are coming here with Flurry Heart for Hearthwarming Eve, and I haven't started decorating, and I don't know what to get any of you.
Stop. Take a breath. Now let it out slow. Now, I think I have an idea that might help. What if we change up how we give gifts this year and do a heartswarming helper?
What's a heartswarming helper?
Whenever the whole Apple family got together, there were just so many of us, it didn't make sense to buy every pony gifts. So we'd put our names in a hat.
Ooh, a game of chance. Tell me more.
Then we'd pull a name, but keep it a secret.
A dash of mystery. Good, good.
Instead of buying every pony a present, you just get one for the pony you pick from the hat.
Wait, so instead of lots of presents, I only buy one of you a present? What kind of game is this? Well, it would save time.
And you could get the pony you pick something really nice.
You're still on that. You're still on that
The
spike.
less shopping, the better. And will that help, Twilight? I was stressed about shopping. Fine. I will only buy one present for my secret heartswarming helper, buddy.
We just need to put every pony's name in this here hat.
What do I sense
Y'all
shenanigans?
ready? No peeking.
I sense shenanigans. Bad shenanigans.
So excited! Too excited! I don't want to give anything away! When will the gift exchange occur? How about Twilight's Castle tomorrow night? Heartswarming Eve.
That's perfect. Pinky and I can spend the evening with y'all, and the next morning with our families.
And thanks to all
Sounds
of
good.
you, I should be ready to celebrate by then. Oh, this is so exciting.
Applejack?
That
is
looks
it
like
so
crab
much to trade
apple.
names? Like if I had a better idea for some pony special? I mean, specific? If you can figure out who has the pony you want, and they're okay with trading...
Oh
this is
no.
fine. Great! So, who do you... I don't
She's
have
cute.
Rarity. What? That's uh-huh.
I'm hoping this isn't going to be a Spike-centered episode. Probably will be though.
Hey, Twilight. What you planning to get your secret pony?
Not sure. I'm getting the castle ready for my family first. Then I'll shop.
So good.
Maybe something sparkly? Fashionable?
No, those aren't really the kind of things my pony likes.
Oh. Well, gotta go. Wish me luck.
With shopping?
Well, yeah. If every pony's only getting one gift, we have a ton of responsibility to make sure it's extra special good.
I didn't think of it that way.
Oh my gosh, thanks, Spike.
The present I get for Pinkie Pie should make or break her holiday. I can't just go shopping and hope to find something nice. This needs forethought, planning, research. I'll decorate later. Knowing Pinkie, she probably already has a perfect idea what to get her pony. I have no idea what to get my pony!
There's a pile of presents right there. Pick one and you're done.
Or for when I was getting all of my friends
Limestone.
matching Harmony heartswarming hats. That was just Twilight. I can't give one pony a matching present with nothing to match it. I need something special for only her.
I've got it.
I don't think Twilight likes rocks as much as you do, Maud.
Don't rock it till you try it.
Thanks
That's
for the
cute,
vote of
Marble.
confidence, Gummy, but this is the biggest holiday challenge I've ever faced. This one's for you. Hey, this is the biggest holiday challenge I've ever faced! How exciting is that? Am I up for the challenge? I know I'm good at gift giving, but am I the best at gift giving?
Who would say they're the best at gift giving? That's ridiculous.
Marble, you're yes, would say they're the best at gift giving. If any pony knows what to do, it's them. I gotta go to Yakistan.
What?
These pie sister talks are the best.
Cute.
Whoa!
Does like everybody
How's your
No.
shopping going, Spike?
Fine.
like seriously,
Which pony did you
it's
get?
not a secret.
I can't
Everybody
remember.
knows.
I've got Applejack.
Even Rarity.
She's going to adore her present. There's a brilliant designer in Manhattan, Fedora Felt, who makes the most marvelous
Fedora. I like
belts.
that
I asked
felt.
for a new take
That's cool.
on Western chic that would be the envy of every farm pony in Equestria.
That's a great gift, Rarity.
Interesting.
I hope I can.
Of course, you could
find
always just
something
get her a new
for
Chevy
my
truck, and I'm
pony,
pretty sure she'd like
especially
that.
you. She is. Bye.
Okay, what about your favorite food? Oh, I couldn't pick just one. What if it hurt the other food's feelings? Right. But there's gotta be something you really, really like. I really like everything. Why do you ask? Just getting gift ideas for my pony, who isn't you. So, is there anything you don't like? Not liking things. I hope that helped.
Fluttershy looks adorable in that sweater.
Hey, Fluttershy. Thinking of getting that for your heartwarming helper?
Mm-hmm. She loves shiny things.
I wish I knew what my secret pony wanted. She's so hard to shop for.
Oh no, maybe I could help. Unless you don't want to...
Rainbow Dash.
Oh, I was just talking to Rainbow Dash about this.
Great idea. We should trade ponies.
What? Spike?
Wait,
You...
trade?
Well, Applejack said it's not against the rules, and you know what Rainbow Dash likes, so it's perfect. Rarity? What a surprise! Thanks! There you are. I need your help.
Do you want to trade names too?
What? No, I just need help figuring out what to get Spike.
Phew.
Candle, great, whatever. Fluttershy shopping done.
Oh, you can't honestly be serious.
Discord?
Ghost candle!
A candle is what you buy when you have no idea what to get someone.
He's Lumiere from
What do you
Beauty and the
want,
Beast.
Discord?
Fluttershy told me about this hearth, whatever it's called.
Hearthwarming.
I may not be invited, but I wanted to make sure she gets a quality gift.
I tried asking her what she likes, but she likes everything.
Well, she says that, but her real friends know what she actually likes.
Oh boy.
I've known her a lot longer than you have.
Then you must surely know that lit candles around adorably flammable animals make her nervous, don't you?
Fine, get her something else.
Perhaps I'll
Snoopy!
to steer you in the right direction.
He reminds me of Snoopy, the Red Baron.
I can't wait to give Rarity her gift. It'll be just as special and beautiful and amazing as she is. Just imagine when she opens it and sees...
You don't even know what you're gonna get her. And don't get her a dick in a box.
No idea what to get her!
Do not get her a dick in a box, okay?
I come to the Rainbow Falls Heartwarming Craft Fair every
Cute.
year. They have perfect presents for any pony.
Hopefully any dragon, too. Wanna split up? Meet back here in an hour?
Spike
Sure.
will be perfectly fine with a gazoodle of gems.
Oh no! There's only a few left!
You stupid!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh my
we
gosh.
want you all to have the best holiday your bits can buy. But there are only a limited number left.
Limited number of what?
Why, you don't know about Holly the Hearthwarmer?
What?
You seem like some pony looking for a gift for a
The
very
what?
special friend.
I am.
A friend who wouldn't want to miss out on the must-have gift every pony is talking about?
Yeah, they'll be talking about it and suing you after the holiday because it won't
A
last.
truly
Because it'll
awesome
break after
friend who
that.
deserves something 20% cooler than any other gift out
20%.
there?
That sounds just like her.
Well,
That's
look
cute.
no further.
You stole that.
This is it.
How much does it cost?
What
How
is it?
much do you have?
Oh, you stupid! I didn't want to kill anybody around Christmas, but I may have to break that tradition.
For optimal smashing?
Yes, who?
I know what to put on my Christmas list. Dear Santa, kill Flim and Flam. Thank you.
Grunhorn.
Nobody, nope, nine, and yet.
Oh,
Nine.
Prince Rutherford knew it Pink Pony all along. Yak's best at guessing.
Yak's best at everything.
You're not best at
That's why
asking
I'm
for
here.
help.
Sorry to interrupt Snildar Fest, but I need help. Can you tell me where to find?
Best gift ever, ever, ever.
Not here. Follow this way. Prince Rutherford about to tell honorary Yak friend something very top secret.
This is hilarious.
Honorary Yak friend listening.
Yak's best at all things except one.
Gift
Yak's
giver.
not best at giving gifts.
What?
I know. It's hard to believe.
How am I gonna figure out how
Not
to get
really.
Twilight the best heartwarming gift ever?
Oh, no worry, honorary Yak. Prince Rutherford keeps secret map in perfectly organized files. Best gift givers up Northern Pass, where sky shimmers and glows. There's secret gift giver Grove. Only Yak princes and pink honorary Yak know.
My lips are sealed.
That could make a good horror film.
My top secret quest to the gift givers!
Yep. Fire and Bonbon. Derpy! Woo! Derpy Derp.
Oh, hi, Rarity.
She
How
speaks!
can I help you?
She
Today,
speaks!
and I
Woo!
was wondering where that might be. Oh, okay. Let's check. Name? Rarity? Oh, here we go. Your package was delivered to Sweet Apple Acres. What?
Her voice sounds different.
To be delivered to Rarity's boutique. Okay, but now the package was for Applejack, and she is at Sweet Apple Acres. Yes, it's for Applejack, but I will be delivering it. That's my job. It's a gift for Applejack from me. What if she opens it? It shouldn't go to Sweet Apple Acres. Oh, wait! It went to Sweet Acorn Orchard instead. Oh, well, that's a relief. Why is that a relief? Because Applejack's not in Sweet Acorn Orchard. Do you want me to get the package and deliver it to her? No! May I have the address for Sweet Acorn Orchard? I think I'll just collect the package myself. Are you sure? Because I would be happy to... You have helped so much already.
I love Derpy.
Break time.
Shopping for Rarity.
Okay,
No problem. She makes lots of
the
stuff.
voice is
I just need
different.
something extra special.
It sounds...
Brand new top-of-the-line sewing equipment?
Yeah, it's an elf reference, I know that.
Necklace.
A sculpture of Rarity made from smaller sculptures of
There's
Rarity.
a reference to that, I don't know what it is. Yeah, Derpy's voice is different.
Awesome.
I already know that.
Shopping for Rarity. Slight
Her
problem.
voice is different
She
than
likes
it
lots
was.
of stuff. But nothing is special enough.
I do like the voice, though. It's not like it was in Slice of Life. And her personality seems a little different. She seems a bit more ditzy this time around.
No. Even worse.
Oh, come on! Fluttershy would love a spa day.
Really? Love the stress of deciding which treatment to get? Love worrying that she's not relaxing enough or relaxing too much? And what about all those sweet animals she's left alone? So much to worry about, and all because of you.
She's Fluttershy. Everything makes her worry.
Now you sound like some pony who knows her.
Well, if you're such an expert on Fluttershy, what did you get her?
Oh, and you honestly expect me to tell you what I got Fluttershy so that you can one-up me? Well, I have half a mind to stop helping you entirely.
Good! Please stop helping me. I'm begging you.
Well, I suppose I could tell you what my backup present was.
Great. Still helping.
It would have made a lovely addition to her animal sanctuary. But you have to be the fastest pony in Equestria to even have a chance.
And you got her.
You're talking to the fastest pony in Equestria. If there's some fast animal out there Fluttershy would love, I'm the one who can get it.
Oh, I just don't know.
You're tricking her.
Dibs!
If you insist.
The ideal gift for Pinkie Pie needs to be A, unique, B, specific to her personality, and C, food-based. What is a unique food? Cupcakes? Nah. Cookies? Nope. Pies? Pastries? Pudding? Wait,
Twilight's adorable here.
pudding!
That's where that face came from. I've been seeing that quite a bit on
After defeating the
Facebook.
Wendigos, the Earth Pony, Pegasi, and Unicorn Nations prepared the first hearth-warming meal together. Chancellor Puddinghead made a pudding so delicious, legends were written about it. This is it! Unique, totally
face.
Pinky, the most incredible dessert ever. Where's the recipe?
I'm
I've narrowed
thinking
down
some
my
of
choices
them
for Spike
are
to
way overthinking
Fire
their
Dancing
gifts.
Sticks or a Power Ponies comic. Unenchanted, I think.
What is that?
Holly, the hearth-warmer doll. Isn't she sweet?
I love being an expensive toy.
Ugh. Why'd you think that was a good gift for Rainbow Dash?
It's the must-have gift of the season, and in short supply.
Short supply, huh? How much that set you back?
All my bits. All my bits. Can I borrow some for the train ride home?
Something about this here doll seems fishy. And I ain't just talking about the smell of that plastic.
Yeah, it's possessed.
Where'd you get it?
You might want to get that thing exercised before you give it to Rainbow Dash.
Flamin' Flam! What are those two heart-swarming hooligans up to now?
I like that. Applejack, I'll let you borrow my 45. Nice. Very rustic.
Is this Sweet Acorn Orchard?
It is, but we've never had no pony like you visit before.
Rarity. A pleasure. I'm actually here about a package that was recently delivered.
Oh, that was from you?
Oh, so it did arrive. If I could just
We don't know how to thank you.
thank me?
I was just saying to Butternut, I wish we knew who our hearth-warming miracle was.
Oaknut and I couldn't believe it when we opened it. Pistachio said right away whoever sent it just got him.
Says when he put it on, he could feel his destiny.
As an acorn farmer?
A farmer? Philly, please. This is a Fedora Felt original. Look at this bold stitching. These daring textures. It's a whole new take on Western chic. There is no way I would wear it in the Grove.
We don't know where he got his fashion sense.
As far as we know, a hat's a hat.
Except when it's art.
Thank you, Rarity.
Rarity? The Rarity?
Mm-hmm.
You have to stay for lunch. I won't take no for an answer.
You can't take the hat back, Rarity. You can't. Let
The
him
recipe
keep
for
it.
Chancellor
You
Puddinghead's
can't take
magical
it
pudding
back.
was filed under magical spells, not recipes. Only took 4 hours to figure that out. Let's see. Nutmeg, sugar plums, gingerbread, candy canes. Warning. To avoid untold culinary devastation, each ingredient must be measured with exact care. Look, have you met me?
I thought that was going to give a warning about sugar intake.
Oh. But you're early. Your scroll said you were coming tomorrow.
The scroll we sent yesterday?
Yesterday. Right. Welcome. What are you doing?
Decorations not up, frazzled mane, determined look. I've seen this before. What are you obsessing about this time, Twily?
Nothing.
So, decorations aren't up because...
I thought it would be more fun if we all decorated it together.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. We can start decorating right away.
After I finish one quick errand. Just a few ingredients, nothing to obsess about here. Make yourselves at home. Be right back, promise.
She's definitely freaking out about something.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I love this scenery. Where did? Never mind. It's Pinky. A polar bear? This is the freaking North Pole. You're gonna see Santa hooves. That's who you're gonna see.
My Blitzen's beard. It took you long enough.
I'm sorry, what?
Are you sure you were expecting me?
My name's Pinkie Pie, I know. Because I know everything.
Oh, don't be silly. You only know what's already happened, but you don't know what she's about to ask.
What am I about to ask?
How did you know I was gonna say that?
Will you two stop showing off? She doesn't have all heartwarming.
Who are you, reindeer?
Aurora.
Bori.
Alice.
The gift givers of the Grove.
Aurora Boreal. Okay.
Twilight the best gift ever?
Mm-hmm.
What about those matching hats? They were so cute.
Well, that
Before, she had to get just one gift for Twilight. Try to keep up, Aurora.
I'm gonna get that box Pinky is gonna say she likes.
Aurora remembers gifts that have already happened. Alice knows the gifts that are going to happen. I just stay in the moment and keep the two of them in line. Speaking of, I believe we have a request for a gift.
The best gift is more precious than
I like
gold,
them.
but it cannot.
But I'm also a
be
bit
sold.
concerned.
When it breaks, it's not ended, for quickly it's mended.
It can never be bought, yet is easily sought. Ah, here we go.
Ooh, I like that box.
Told ya.
She's my favorite.
The perfect gift! Wow! I don't get it.
You will.
She's definitely my favorite. Oh,
We
cute.
said no refunds.
Him?
We're not here for actually, yes.
You.
What are y'all doing with these dolls and that ridiculous getup? Don't you have a resort to run?
It's off season. Besides, we're planning an expansion.
And expansions cost bits.
Flim and Flam's Fro-Yo Flume Ride.
Well, that sounds fun.
It ain't no excuse for selling cheap dolls to ponies.
We're just
You're
giving
selling pieces of junk
Shopping for the perfect
to
gift
gullible
is
individuals.
stressful.
Oh, that's true.
You want to get something that really stands out.
Oh, it stands out, alright. It's possessed.
And when you tell your friend you got them the hottest gift in Rainbow Falls, what'll they say?
Woohoo!
The more you spend, the more your friend knows you love them.
Oh, right. They really are good at selling things.
You may not like it.
But technically, we're not doing anything wrong.
Ponies are desperate for the right gift.
And who are you to tell them this isn't it?
If ponies get tired of Holly after a few days,
Or she falls apart, who really got hurt?
no pony.
How about a little quality control, ball sacks?
Of course Rainbow Dash wouldn't want this. I'm so mad I could just kick.
Convincing ponies to buy that doll ain't in the holiday spirit.
But Flim and Flam have a point. We can't tell ponies what to buy.
Hey, the jam pony!
But maybe we can show them.
Okay. Ah! This.
Could you try to make less noise?
Of course. We'll move silently.
Ninjas!
Blend into the shadows. The winter chiller will never hear us coming.
Winter Chilla?
Small, adorable, fuzzy, and fast. But they're
Oh.
so rare, there's no telling where they... Oh, there's one right there!
Oh, that is cute.
Now, if you're going to get it, I think the first move is to be...
Be super fast.
Making a gift is way more personal than buying it. Rarity loves things that take time and effort. I'm sure this one will be the one
Like
that
you're making a
works.
mess.
I just need to stay focused and...
Have a wonderful holiday, and remember, no refunds. Next!
And what are you doing here?
Same as every pony else. I want a hearth-warmer. In fact, I want 3.
Seriously?
After I saw my friend here with hers, I knew I had to buy some. For my granny, my brother, and my little sister.
Yeah, great story. Next!
But, Applejack, your granny, your brother, and your sister, they are all so different. How can the same doll be the right gift for all of them?
Oh, well, that might be true.
Fluttershy, this is the must-have gift of the season.
Just because it's must-have for one pony doesn't mean it's must-have for every pony, does it?
In your face, Hatchimals!
Ooh, I guess I need to put more thought
And
into getting
fingerlings?
the right gift for each pony. Can I return these?
No refunds!
What are you, Bethesda now?
Oh, you want them? I'm gonna go pick out gifts that are just as special as the ponies they're for.
I think I'm gonna do some more shopping, too.
Now, hang on a moment. Wait! Come back!
And we'll give you a great deal!
Buy one, get one free!
Ah, the sweet sounds of the season.
I call it the sweet sounds of justice. And karma.
It's a shame you gotta leave. Oh, you've been so generous, but I must get home for a previous engagement. I'll be keeping an eye on you, Pistachio. I have a feeling you've got quite the future in fashion.
Rarity! Rarity! I love my parents, but they don't understand that we just had lunch with one of the most famous ponies in Equestria.
Oh, I don't know about most famous.
I know you didn't send a Fedora Felt original to some no-pony you've never met from nowhere Equestria. I'm sure this is actually for some pony special, so if you want it back, I get it.
The hat is indeed for some pony very special. And I couldn't bear to see him part with it.
Oh, thanks, Celestia, because I did not want to give this up.
But if I hear you call yourself a no pony again, you shan't be my guest for Fashion Week in Manhattan.
Whoa,
That's so sweet.
Sorry, Applejack.
That's kind of like the gift of the Magi right there in a way.
Putting those two in their places makes me all warm and fuzzy inside.
I know, doesn't it?
We never got gifts for Spike or
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles
It's
reference
already
here in the
our
background
swimming
again.
eve.
It probably ain't what they're expecting, but we still got these. Yay!
Don't do
Yay! I was gonna say firewood.
Flurry loved sledding.
Too bad her aunt wasn't there.
Sorry, what you did. Oh no.
Ingredients measured exactly. Now, what were you saying?
Oh.
Hi, remember us? We came all the way from the Crystal Empire for some quality family time.
Okay, I did get a little stressed about hearth swarming this year.
Oh no.
What? You never.
Oh no.
So my friends decided we should do a hearth swarming
Oh, no.
helper and give one pony a present to save time.
You see why I think castration is a good idea?
Let me guess. You got super worried about making sure the present was perfect and went all Twily Nanas, didn't you?
I wasn't Twily Nanas. Okay,
That's
fine,
a
little
phrase.
Twily Nanas.
That's a phrase.
We know you get overwhelmed. You should have just told us. We could have helped.
The good news is, Pinky's present is almost done. And it's just friends and family and a calm, quiet, hearth-warming eve.
Oh crap.
Goodbye. Enjoy your exclusive pony-only holiday gathering. I'll just be home, spending quality time with
I'll have a
myself.
blue.
I wouldn't have this little fella without you, so if you want to join, Fluttershy would love having you. And
I wouldn't totally hate it.
Great! Awesome! In that case, oh look! Sunset! It's officially hearth-warming Eve!
Sweet.
What is it doing?
Is this supposed to? Oh, freaking heck! Is this supposed to do that?
Did I forget to mention that the winter chiller transforms into a winter zilla when the sun sets?
Yeah, you kind of forgot that.
How
Guys.
did every pony shopping go?
Guys.
Well,
Hello.
Yeah.
Guys.
Did you get attacked by a party?
I fell asleep. On some pony's present.
Run! The pudding is coming! Run! The winter zilla is coming!
What? Oh, great! There goes the door. Well. What? What was that? Trick or treat.
Magic pudding! What is that? A winter chilla! They turn into winter zillas after dark! Does every pony know this except me? Look! You like the sparkly?
Here, you can have him!
Just follow it this way!
Is this honestly the best plan we can come up with?
Can't you do something?
I did! This is Fluttershy's gift.
What? A little help, please!
I've got this.
Which one of us can fly, darling?
Your mom sure is something.
You're not so bad yourself.
And later they banged. They were both naughty on Heartswarming. And they got a big bunch of coal.
I'm okay if he doesn't want to chase me anymore.
How are we gonna get rid of this thing?
Let him eat the pudding.
Oh, for Scorpan's sake! Hello? If only one of you had a way with animals?
Oh my. Excuse me.
I was going to say he can eat the pudding. Oh crap.
This is supposed to be the happiest time of year.
That was wicked.
This is how you plan on behaving? You could march yourself right back to where you came from. Oh, your family is gone for the holidays and you're all alone? I'm so sorry. If you calm down, I'm sure you could join us.
What about that now? Let him eat the pudding.
Maybe leave the baking to me next time. Actually, it's pretty good. Chancellor Puddinghead's recipe. Now that's an impressive dessert. It's your hearth-warming present. Really? That's so thoughtful.
Even though it may kill me.
A lot of research, but
Maybe focus on the task at hoof, Twily?
Right. The recipe needed to be exact. I think Flurry Heart added something while I wasn't looking, but I have no idea what to add to adjust it.
Oh, she added a lot.
Nutmeg, 3 sugar plums, extra gingerbread, 4 more candy canes? How do you know the recipe? I don't get it. You will. Happy heartwarming Twilight! I'm your heartwarming helper!
Okay then! Everything's back to normal. Pinky lives.
A bit reindeer ex machina, but 2 thumbs way up.
Really? Oh, I thought that was gonna go through the roof and put a hole in it.
Sorry
I gotta
for
wonder.
failing as a heartwarming
I just now noticed Starlight was absent throughout this whole thing.
No pudding disaster. My gift with the exact ingredients wouldn't have made any sense. This way, it was perfect. Oh.
At least Twilight has something to show for her effort. I ordered you a fabulous farm hat, Applejack.
Alas, it decided it belonged to some pony else.
Pop said sometimes the hat chooses the pony when he gave me this. Hopefully my gift inspired whoever's wearing it to be the best farmer ever.
Something like that. We're really sorry about your gift.
We got a bit distracted with Flim and Flam's shenanigans.
Commercialism is the greatest gift of all.
Thank
You're
you.
better than my gift. Sorry about the Winterzilla.
Oh, he's a big sweetheart, and he ended up being really helpful. It was actually kind of nice to be the pony who saved the day for once.
Oh, really? You mean a giant beast that only Fluttershy could tame, making her the hero of Hearth's Warming Eve, was a great gift? Imagine.
You mean you tricked me into putting my friend in danger on purpose so you...
Let's just say it was from both of us.
I guess Hearthwarming Helper was kind of a disaster.
I don't know. Ponyville always seems to have way more exciting holidays than the Crystal Empire.
Yeah.
There's one gift left, but I messed up too. Your present's only kind of finished, Rarity.
A
but
guitar?
I guess it's better than nothing. I wanted to get you.
Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna let her play.
So rare. A gift to show I care, but nothing can compare to you. That's easy to see, but I got stressed and overthought until the day was shot, and it was all for naught. But now it's clear to me, I'm not gifted at gifting. It's really pretty sad. I try to show I care, but it turned out that I'm not gifted at gifting. So all that's left to say is that I really hope my gifting didn't ruin your holiday.
Oh, Spike, a song is a lovely present.
I wanted to get you the best gift ever. I just couldn't figure out what it was.
Ooh, the gift givers told me that. Oh, what was it?
The best gift is more precious than gold, but it cannot be sold. When it breaks, it's not ended, for quickly it's mended. It can never be bought, yet is easily sought. What's so funny? It's a riddle, and the answer is friendship.
The most magical gift that I can recall. They could have been big or small, or even nothing at all. It doesn't matter, you see, if it's from my friends on whom I depend. No matter what you spend, it will be perfect to me. The true gift of gifting is what it means inside. We can show we care, spreading love far and wide. The true gift of gifting is totally free. And you're the best there is at giving it, with the friendship that you give to me. We've all been friends forever, and look how far we've come. How far we've come. The holiday brings us.
Yay!
And now it's time for fun. It's now begun. The greatest gift you give to me is more precious than gold. Never ended, always landed, and it can't be bought or sold. The true gift of gifting is what it means inside. We can show we care, spreading love far
Hey.
and wide. The true
Okay.
gift of gifting is totally free, and you're the best there is at giving it. With the friendship that you give to
Oh,
me.
this is cute.
And so it worked out. And a lesson was learned. There's no need to obsess. Gift giving is simple, as long as you recall. Friendship is the best gift of all.
Okay, this is a good ending. Okay, so this was actually her that did the narrating for the episode. That's cool. Alright. Okay. So, there's quite a few things to go over with this episode, so I'm going to try to go over different aspects of it. Every single character. So, I have Allspark. So I have to start from the beginning, which is basically. No, I'm going to change back into a more loose-fitting shirt for this. Oh, that feels so much better. There we go. Alright, so going over this episode, there are several things to discuss regarding this episode. First and foremost, there is Twilight wanted to get. There was a bunch of people that she wanted to get wanted to get gifts for, and honestly, there's a realistic scenario with many of the different aspects in this episode. There are a lot of realistic scenarios that you can look at here. First off, there is the concept that so many of the characters are used to spending the holidays in their own way. They're used to spending it in their own unique fashion. And let me check one thing real quick here while I'm thinking. Alright, I had to confirm. Okay, Tabitha St. Germain does in fact voice Derpy or Muffins in this. And from what I read on the wiki, she did voice her in Sauce of Life. Her voice kind of sounded a little bit different this time around, so I guess she maybe just changed her voice a little bit. But there were realistic scenarios with the different characters here with the things that had been going on. Twilight was concerned. She was over worrying herself about buying gifts for her friends and for everyone. She was completely concerned about buying gifts for everyone. And Applejack decided to do the whole. And Applejack decided, let's go with a more simplified version, which is simply draw a name and buy for that person. And this is realistic because, I remember back years ago, whenever I was really little, I remember my mom, a cousin, and my grandmother would go, and I would go with them. They would go Christmas shopping. I would go just because I love Christmas and I love seeing the decorations and because toys, going to the toy section. But I love the holidays. I love Christmas. And so I remember they would go and they would buy for so many people in the family. And I remember my cousin at the time had a 97 Ford Explorer, and it was packed in the back of it. By the time the night was over with, it was packed in the back with gifts for so many different people. And my mom and this cousin would spend hours wrapping gifts and for different people, and they would pack them up in the vehicle and they would deliver them to different people. And finally, it got to a point where they just decided enough stress was enough, and they decided we're not going to get gifts. A card is fine, but no gifts. And that's pretty much what was decided, and that's pretty much just what was done. And so, Twilight, she's like one of those people here that is concerned about trying to buy, stressing out, trying to buy a perfect gift for every different person. And imagining being in that scenario, yeah, you can imagine being in that scenario, having to buy for multiple people, the stress of trying to buy for multiple people. And I know some people have done it and they've quit. There are some people who still do it. I'm not saying it's wrong. Yeah, I mean, if you enjoy it, that's fine. But for some people, it's extremely stressful. And Twilight was experiencing that stress here. Applejack suggested that method of just put names in a hat, buy for that person. Many people have done it. And Twilight decided to do it. And every single one of the characters then had to try to focus. And some of the characters were more concerned about buying gifts for others. Pinky, of course, she had Twilight, and so she wanted to try to find Twilight a really great gift. And even buying for just one person, sometimes it can be stressful, because even if you know that person real well, trying to find them a gift that you know that they will like can be complicated. And like, I myself am kind of like that. My mom has said that I am difficult to buy for. like if someone were to ask me, what kind of gift would you like for your truck? I mean, truck, vehicle related. My response would be, the only thing that you could get me that I would really want is too expensive for you to buy, so don't even try it. There's nothing else that you could get from my truck that I would really use that isn't really expensive. So don't even bother. Don't even get me anything related to that. So yeah, it can sometimes be complicated. But there were some other interesting gimmicks here with how the story was playing out with the different scenarios with the characters. This was a part I honestly was afraid that this was going to be a Spike-centered episode with what was going on, but there was multiple characters that this episode was focusing on, and it was focusing on different interlocking stories with the different characters. And I like that it had that, and they didn't dedicate an entire 44 minutes to like a Spike-based episode and him trying to find Rarity something, because I thought he'll mess it up. He'll mess it up. If it's anything like the Equestria Games or like Princess Spike, he'll mess it up. But it's very funny because in this, everybody knew that, everybody knows that Spike likes Rarity. It's no secret. Everybody knows. And, the interesting thing is every single one of the characters here wanted to try to get another one something special. And Rainbow wanted to try to get Fluttershy something. But Fluttershy is like kind of a little bit difficult to get for because she likes a lot of different things. And Rainbow wanted to get her something special. So it's like, what can I get her that she will really like? That isn't boring, that isn't dull, that isn't mundane. And what Discord said later on about, as her friend, you should know. In a way, that's correct, but it's also not so much correct because there are some times whenever you can still, know someone really well. That doesn't, that still kind of makes it complicated to try to buy for them because because you know what they really like. You know what they have, and then you're like, what can I get them that they don't have? And so, it is complicated. What can I get them? Because even if they like a specific thing, for example, I love My Little Pony, yes, but if someone were to gift me one of those really cheaply made, very atrocious looking plastic figurines, the really terrible looking ones, no. No. But you see, that's what I'm talking about. And so it can be difficult to buy for someone sometimes, but there was, like I said, there was other interesting gimmicks that was working out with this particular episode. There was an interlocking story with Flim and Flam having shown up, and Flim and Flam it was interesting to see them in this episode. I wasn't expecting that, but Flim and Flam, and someone else pointed that out to me, that Flim and Flam haven't really done anything wrong. Basically, they are all about commercialism. They are all about commercialism. They took advantage of other people's gullibleness and tried to make a very crappy-looking toy, and said it was the season's hottest gift, and tried to pawn it off on so many others. And the crappy gimmick was that they swindled even poor Fluttershy, even poor innocent little Fluttershy, out of all of her bits. This screenshot will kill millions of people whenever I show this. This will kill dozens of people. If I never see any comments after this scene, I'll know you're all dead. I just caused massive heart attacks in multiple people. I just, like, 20 counts of murder. But, they even swindled poor Fluttershy, and they made a very crappy toy and had Fluttershy spend all of her money on this. And honestly, this is a very, a thing that comes to mind, and I'm not joking with this. One of my bosses, this isn't a scenario that I've discussed yet, but it did in fact happen. back a couple of months ago. One of my bosses looked at me and they said that they basically said if you polish a turd and make it look good, people will still buy it. And it's interesting whenever I can look at Flim and Flam here and I can see a part of one of my bosses of that boss in that, and it's annoying, it's frustrating. Whenever you see people like that are trying to take advantage of people's hard-earned money and sell something extremely crappy, and it's not worth the money. There's no quality control. Essentially, that's kind of why I made there are two things right now. I could look at Flim and Flam and say this is like Bethesda right now. Flim and Flam are like Bethesda. No quality control, pushing out a product that is just half created, and then no refunds. That's like Bethesda right now. But they were trying to take advantage of so many, and they made a crappy looking toy and tried to pawn it off on so many others and call it this season's hottest gift. And it was just nothing but junk. And it kind of made me think about, and I know some people like them, but I never understood the hype about it. The Hatchimals about a year or two ago, and then the whole fidget spinners thing. I mean, I really didn't understand the hype about it personally. I mean, some people may like it and it's cool. I just never understood the hype about it. But at least those actually had some quality control. This thing was literally a stitched together piece of cloth that had buttons for eyes. It looked terrible. And they tried to pawn this off on other people and take advantage of them, and they tried to charge, a high price for a piece of junk. They're used car dealers. Like, these people, these are kind of like the shady car salesman that you go to, who charges a very high price for a piece of junk on the lot, that you open the hood, there's no engine, and they'll tell you, oh, it runs. If you do it Flintstone style, you put a hole in the floor and run with it. It'll run, provided you provide the foot power to it. And so, yeah, I did not like that. But I'm glad that they got their comeuppance in it. And of course, there was the axe. Pinky visited the axe to try to get a gift. And okay, now one other thing that I'm kind of going over this little by little. We see Derpy. We see cute little Derpy. Just look at his face. This adorable little face. This is the face of adorableness. Cute little Derpy, and Derpy is just, she's just Derpy, and she's the mail delivery pony, and she accidentally delivered the package to the wrong place. And, honestly, and like I said, I'm not going to look into it, but personally, thinking back to how Derpy spoke in Slice of Life and how she speaks here, I checked, Tabitha St. Germain did voice Derpy in Slice of Life and in Best Gift Ever. She did voice her both times, and also in the last roundup. She voiced her in all three roles. Derpy in Slice of Life, and Best Gift Ever, she did sound different. She did sound a little different. Derpy sounded, her voice, she sounded a bit more kind of focused, I guess I'll say, in Slice of Life. And here she seemed a bit more ditzy in terms of her personality. I'm not against it. I mean, I still think that it's cute for Derpy, and I'm not. I mean, if I were to kind of pick a personality for her, I can say I do still prefer the way she was in Slice of Life. I'm not saying I hate this version of her, this kind of really ditzy, this kind of a ditzy one of her. I'm not saying I hate it whatsoever. I don't. This is still adorable for Derpy. And honestly, I cannot personally fault Derpy here because she delivered the package to the wrong person. I mean, honestly, we've had that happen before with some packages. We've had a package delivered to the wrong person. But in this case, Derpy made a good mistake. Because if the package had been delivered to Applejack, it never would have got to the other boy, and it would not have made him so happy. So Derpy was literally a blessing in disguise here. I mean, it was a happy accident. It was a blessing for him that Derpy did this. And, honestly, I could look at it, and this is an interesting headcanon, is that Derpy is like a Christmas angel. Just roll with me here, okay? Like Derpy, like this is Derpy. This is her. She's kind of she's like a little Christmas angel that has been on Earth or Equestria, and like she's a male pony, yes, but in this case, she knew about the other boy, and she knew how much happier that it would make him, so she delivered it to him. She's still ditzy, but like it's just a little thing that I have in mind. Like Derpy is like she is a Christmas angel in disguise. It's a cute little concept and one that I'm totally going to roll with in my head because it's just a cute little thing. I mean, she's a Pegasus anyway, but I also saw this face with Derpy laughing right here, and I wondered about that. Now I know where it came from. And I have to question this. It's an interesting thing, but I remember there was the concept that, and it's very interesting, but I can't help but think back to Fallout Equestria and the fanfic Derpy Deliveries, I believe it was. I can't help but think back to that and Derpy's side story and how she was like a mail delivery pony, and now Derpy is exactly that. She has been made that in the show. And I can't help but think like what these people think like whenever like maybe K-Cat, the author, like the author of Derpy Deliveries, if like right now if they were to watch this or if they know about Derpy like right now, how it feels to know that their fanfic was later made like a segment or one of the key factors of one of their fanfics was actually made canon later on in the show. That's an interesting concept. And I wondered about this face because I've been seeing this face all as well on Facebook. Now I know where it came from. Honestly, this is a face I make too whenever I see chocolate. And the gimmick right here with Applejack, Applejack visits this simple little family here on the farm, the Acorn Acres. And, I mean, this is a simple, very simplistic little home. And here this is an interesting culture clash here because here you have these two people which are like very simple farmers. And they're not the extremely wealthy people. It's very simplistic. They have a very basic living style, very basic salary. And, I mean, it's a very simplistic home. And it's nothing fancy, nothing special. And then suddenly Rarity finds out that her gift made it to this boy, their son, and who has an interest in fashion as well. And how happy that it makes him. And it's at this point that Rarity realizes, and he also knows of Rarity. He knows of her designs, and it's an interesting culture clash because here's Rarity in this very elegant winter attire, and then here's this very simplistic, very rustic country family. It's very, very different whenever you see these two cultures come together. But it's a very interesting concept and dynamic here. And it was here Rarity, she saw what was going on and realized her package made it to the wrong person. But she saw how happy that it was making this boy. And she also saw his potential, his interest in fashion, and saw how much potential that he had as a future designer. And maybe even as a future intern at her Manhattan branch, possibly too. It was very, very interesting to actually see that. And I didn't really enjoy the concept of Shining and Cadence coming by as well. One thing I will point out now, there were two things that personally for me was missing from this episode that would have been interesting to have seen. Number one was Starlight being featured because she was featured in the other Christmas special, but she wasn't featured here. And it was also, but I can kind of overlook that because she was seen later on. But the one thing that I have to say felt very missing from this episode was Twilight and Shining's parents. Like the mom and dad was not featured here. They were not present in this episode. They didn't show up for Christmas, for Heartswarming. That right there felt a little strange, to not have the family, to not have the parents there. That kind of felt a little strange. So that right there did feel missing. I understand that the episode already had a lot of stuff going on in it with different characters, and I mean they even put Discord in this episode. So I understand that there were a lot of other things going on in this episode, and honestly, I don't know if the concept of the parents was even thought of whenever the overall writing for the episode was done. If they never even crossed the writer's mind, or perhaps they kind of might have actually intended originally to work the characters in, but adding them into it just kind of felt a bit cluttered. And I mean, Pinky's parents never spoke a word in this episode, nor did their parents never spoke a word in this episode. They were present, but they never spoke. So but like I said, seeing Pinky's parents in this, it kind of makes it feel a little funny to not have Twilight's parents featured here. So they're there. Oh, and there was also the concept that we didn't see Fluttershy's parents either, or Rainbow's parents. I just now thought of that. We didn't see them either. And it was also kind of interesting because, this was supposed to be like a family gathering, but, I mean, but we saw the CMCs in the episode, but we didn't see them with Rarity. We didn't see Sweetie Belle with Rarity, really. We didn't see Scootaloo with Rainbow Dash, and we didn't see Apple Bloom with Applejack. So that was kind of interesting. Now, one thing you could say, honestly, one thing that you could say about this is that all of this is set on Christmas Eve, on Heartswarming Eve. It's not Christmas Day or Heartswarming Day, so, like the rest of they will be with their families. Later on, this is just about the friends gathering together. And so, you could say that off-screen, the parents showed up the next day for Christmas or for Heartswarming, and so they were hanging out together, the family and such. So you could say that. So imagining that, you can overlook it. It's just kind of interesting to not see some of the parents focused on whenever some parents were present. And I did love the scenery that was featured, and honestly, whenever Pinky arrived in this location, that showed this lovely little winter scene. I love this outlook. The first thing that came to mind was, this is the North Pole, this is Santa Hose. Second thing that kind of just now came to mind was the Christmas Village in Christmas Town in Nightmare Before Christmas. That's also kind of what that made me think of. And I also did like all three of these characters here. All three of these reindeer, Aurora, Bori, and Alice. Aurora Borealis, I like that. I like the take on the Northern Lights. And honestly, the last one is the one on the right here, I think her name was Alice. She's my favorite. She's honestly my favorite. She's honestly my favorite of the three. But again, this does kind of bring up a bit of a concern, because the one on the left she knows everything about the past. The one in the middle, she kind of knows about what these two know. And the one on the right, she knows the future. It kind of concerns me a little bit, because I'm wondering, how far into the future can she see? If there's some kind of oncoming threat that is looming over Equestria, maybe she should inform the main six about this. But again, I do really like her design, and I really love her voice and her personality. It really suits her. And interesting concept here, Flim and Flam pointed out that they did nothing wrong. And there was a scene here with Flim and Flam pointed out that legally they're doing nothing wrong. They're not doing anything illegal, and that's one of the Flim and Flam are the worst kind of business folk. They're the worst kind of people that are running the borders between legal and illegal. These are the worst kind of offenders on that because, and I know, realistically speaking, law enforcement has dealt with these kinds of guys in real life quite a bit, and I know lawyers have dealt with these guys before. These kind of guys are a real problem in real life because they know the legal system. They know the legal system and they know what is on the boundary of legal and illegal, and they know how to play, they know how to walk the line between, and they know how to wrong others but yet still stay in the green for themselves legal wise so they don't find themselves in jail. And I can't stand those kind of people. And the Flim and Flam are exactly that. It's freaking annoying to see people like this who try to take advantage of other people financially, and like they're totally in the green. There's nothing you can do about this. And at first I was saying there's got to be something illegal about what these guys are doing, but I don't see anything illegal about their operation. I mean, I really don't see anything illegal about their operation. The only thing that I can kind of compare this a bit to right now is what Flim and Flam have done here is about kind of what Bethesda did. Bethesda promised a specific style of the messenger bag, or canvas bag that you were supposed to get with the power armor edition of Fallout 76, but other people received something different, and so they contacted Bethesda about it. Bethesda claimed that they ran out of the material, which seems like bullcrap considering they should have known how many special editions were made in total. But here, Flim and Flam advertised a supposed doll that was supposed to be the year's hottest gift, but there was no quality control. And honestly, Flim and Flam, there is a couple of little things, little hooks that you could analyze with it and say that they are kind of in the wrong on. First off, the buttons popping off and everything like that, these are technically choking hazards. So if a child were to choke on this, a parent possibly could sue Flim and Flam for lack of quality control and for not testing the product to ensure that it was child safe. So they could face some legal action on that one. Not any jail time, but possibly face some sort of lawsuit, theoretically. And the problem is here, Flim and Flam aren't, unlike Bethesda, Flim and Flam are showing this is the final product right from the get-go. People see what they're getting, they're buying it anyway, and so yeah, that's kind of one of the issues here. But honestly, this particular scene here with Flim and Flam, I don't know why that this scene irked me so much, but whenever I saw it, this scene, I don't know why that irked me so much, but there was just, Flim and Flam are two characters that I cannot stand, that honestly, I hate, I loathe. I said before that out of the Disney characters, I loathe Mortimer Mouse. And I hate his freaking guts. And I can honestly say, I don't think I hate Flim and Flam exactly as Mortimer, but it is awful close. Flim and Flam, these douchebags, are interesting characters because they don't care about others. They don't only care about themselves. All they care about is making money. Actually, I just realized what's going to happen to them. These two guys are going to be, Jacob Marley. These two idiots here, this would have made an interesting concept for a Christmas Carol MLP edition. Another one, these two guys would have worked perfect for Jacob Marley. You know, spent their whole life concerned about money, and then they die, boom, they're cursed to forever pull piggy banks and safe boxes and such behind them for all of eternity. That is these guys' fate, especially whenever they're dooming themselves right now. They're taking advantage of others around Christmas time. These guys are sewing themselves up the hiney hole completely. And also I have to point out that the dynamic between I'll get back to it. And this little bit right here with Fluttershy and Applejack, although you could tell it was forced between them, it was very interesting. Because Applejack wanted, first, pretend that she wanted to buy the same gift for everybody in their family. And then Fluttershy was like, but they're all different. What makes you think that everybody would want the same gift? And you know, that's true. Like, this was kind of an interesting smack in the face, and I don't know if that was intentional for the writer to do that with this segment, or if it was kind of wasn't really intentional, but there's a good secret little in-your-face kind of thing here. Oftentimes, whenever the new holiday gift thing comes out, some people do have the mentality, hey, I can get the, this thing is the hot gift. Like, for example, recently I saw an article on Yahoo about gifts for him, for guys, and I'm thinking, well, I'm a guy, obviously, so let's just see what this supposed list of ideal gifts for guys are. I clicked on it, and there was like 10 gifts, and I'll be honest, only one of them I would have liked, and it was a puzzle. There was something like some sort of sweater, like a turtleneck. I'm not into turtlenecks. I don't wear turtlenecks. There was some sort of other gadget, Google gadget. I like technology, but I'm not interested in, I don't have an Alexa or anything like that, and I would have no interest in owning one. I would have no need for it. I still prefer a vehicle with a CD player. I don't want a Bluetooth player in my vehicle. So, yeah, this supposed thing, it's funny whenever some people will say, this is the ideal gift for so-and-so, and you're thinking, you see it and you think, well, I fit into that so-and-so category, but that's certainly not something I would be interested in. And it was like, whenever the Hatchimals thing was all the rave, was all a couple of years ago, I didn't understand the appeal. And then fingerlings became a big thing. Oh, and fidget spinners. And it just felt like, it's interesting here because there's an interesting dynamic, is because Applejack is kind of representing one kind of attitude that says this gift is perfect for everybody. Fluttershy represents Fluttershy's persona here is supposed to represent the more sensible side of commercialism, of buying gifts and such, or any gift really, that says, hey, think, what do they like? They might not be interested in this. This gift isn't for everyone. Isn't for everybody. And you kind of got three different personalities here, and I'm just going to analyze this. On one hand, you have FiM and FLAM, who are the commercial makers. They create the product, and they think that it's going to be a high-marketed, high-dollar. They think it's going to be a big selling product. They think everybody will want it. I'm looking at you, Blizzard, and your idea of Diablo Immortal. I'm looking at you, and Bethesda with Fallout 76. I'm looking at you guys. FiM and FLAM represented the commercial aspect of it, the maker who thought, put something together, everybody will want it. Applejack kind of, her persona, her representation here kind of was like the demographic, the consumer that thought, this gift is good for everybody because so-and-so says it is. They're the kind of person that kind of buys into the hype and, says this is great for everybody. Fluttershy represents the more sensible side here of a consumer that thinks, well, maybe not. Maybe this thing isn't for everybody. And honestly, you can kind of see a couple of things here. Like, I could easily slap a Bethesda logo over top of FiM or FLAM. I don't know which one this is, and frankly, I don't care. One's Ballsack 1, the other one's Ballsack 2. We'll call them that. I could put a Bethesda logo over top of Ballsack 1's face right here, and I could put like one consumer over top of Applejack, like for Fallout 76, which are people that buys into the hype of it and thinks it's good. Fluttershy is kind of the more sensible side of some gamers that are like, you know what, this may be okay for some people, but it's not my thing, and it may not be everybody's thing. This also works for other items too. This doesn't just apply to video games. This applies to other things out there too. While so many other people were buying into the hype about fidget spinners, and there were so many videos spreading across YouTube like wildfire about the fidget spinners, about different things you could do with them, shooting them out of a cannon and whatnot. Here I was just continuing to do my own thing, and I never bought into the hype because it wasn't my thing. And it's kind of an interesting concept here with this interesting dynamic between these two characters. And Applejack realized, you know what? She pretended to be like, you know what? I need to think about what my family want, not buy into the hype of a supposedly great gift that everyone would like. I need to find something that they would all like. And as a result of this, it's an interesting thing because here FiM and FLAM suddenly found themselves out of cash. Like, nobody was buying their product whenever people realized it wasn't the big thing. People weren't buying the product. And this was a really good, them chasing after other ponies was a really good representation of what Bethesda and Blizzard are trying to do right now, chasing after their consumers. Like, wait! Why did we mess up? Don't you all have phones? I mean, that was what was going on here. And I love this, I honestly love this little bit with Applejack and Fluttershy here, because Applejack is kind of like the Texas Ranger here. She's like, I'm not letting these guys get away with this. And it was awesome to see that. And like I said, this little bit here with Rarity and this guy, like, this kind of reminded me of the gift of the Magi. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. I never did really understand if that was a proper pronunciation, so I deeply apologize for that. But that made me think of the story because Applejack wanted a gift. That's what this story came to mind. Applejack had a gift. She wanted to get a gift for someone special to her, and then she, however, instead of trading something of value of hers to get something for someone else, instead her package accidentally went to somebody else. But she decided to let them keep it. And she went back empty-hooved, and she wasn't able to get a gift, but she still made someone else happy because she let him keep it because she saw how much it made him happy. And this was a really good representation of Rarity's gift of generosity, her element of generosity. Actually, hang on. Wait a minute. Thinking about that just hit me. That just hit me while I watched that just hit me. The whole thing that I just described with Applejack and FiM and FLAM, honesty. This was a really good representation of Applejack's element of honesty because she was being honest here. She was being honest. She was telling everybody, don't buy into the hype of this new gift. Think about what those around you would be interested in and buy for them that way. Don't buy into the hype of this new product. It might not be for them. Do your own thing. Buy for them. Buy what they would want. Applejack was honest about that. And that was her element of honesty. And it was also kind of Fluttershy's element of kindness, too. Rarity was generous. She let this guy keep this hat because it fit him and because she saw his interest in fashion and she saw a future in him and possibly even a future intern. And so she let him keep it. She was being generous. Her element of generosity. And let him keep the hat. And I want to see this guy return later on. I do. And I want to see him in Season 9 as a future intern at Rarity for You. I want to see that because I think it would just work perfectly for that. Now, of course, the scene does progress to show FiM and FLAM being chased after some angry townsponies, so we can only assume that they did get their comeuppance. Everybody probably figured out that they'd bought pieces of junk, and I love that bit. And Applejack saying that seeing FiM and FLAM get their comeuppance basically makes her feel all warm and cozy. You know what? I'm like Applejack. Anytime I see some douchebag get what's coming to them in real life, oh, it makes me so happy. I love it. And before I forget about it, I'm going to point out the planes, trains, and automobiles reference right here in the back of the train. I'm going to highlight that again. And this whole thing, of course, with Twilight trying to make the pudding for Pinkie was magic-based, which was Twilight's element of magic. It involved magic, so she was trying to do that. Pinkie wanted to try to make something to get a gift that would make Twilight smile. Pinkie's element is laughter. So yeah. Rainbow's is loyalty. And I would say that this whole thing with Rainbow trying to get the gift of Fluttershy as well, this was her element of loyalty. This was her being loyal to her friend and trying to find something for her. And also have to say, I did like the dynamic here between Rainbow and Discord. It's an interesting setup. It's not often something we see very often, but it was interesting to see that dynamic between these two. And yeah, it was definitely an interesting concept. And one thing, of course, that I have to kind of point out is here you have two different. Everything just came to a head whenever the Winterzilla met with the pudding, and so here you have this big. The characters are trapped between pudding and a Winterzilla, and that was an interesting dynamic. And I kept saying throughout the whole time, just let him eat the pudding. I'm sure he'll be fine. And honestly, I love this bit whenever Twilight picks up Spike and uses him as bait. And I was like, okay, Twilight's finally decided she's fed up with Spike. Like, here you go, eat him. And Spike's face is kind of like, Twilight, what the F are you doing? Spike was more calm in this scenario than I thought he probably should have been. And I also really enjoyed this particular segment as well with Shining. He was going to do something to help, and then Cadence, the ever calm, like, dear, let me handle this. You know, the wise wife deal. She is like, who's the one that can fly? And so she takes to the sky, she blasts this thing, saves Rarity, and Shining is just so proud of his wife. Like, your mother is so awesome. I married her. And she said yes. And I also love this little bit whenever Shining was able to get up onto the balcony. And Cadence said, you're not so bad yourself. Like I said, Shining and Cadence will not be making it on Santa's good list anytime soon. After tonight, they will be on the naughty list for the next 2 years. I don't know. I don't remember if there was any other artists that did this song, but I was thinking I know Alabama did this song. I don't know if there was any other artists that did it, but I'm thinking of a song, The Night Before Christmas. I'm going to play a bit of that right now.
We were making merry in ways we never thought of. Then we heard those sleigh bells and old Santa almost caught us.
With this clip. Yeah, it rolls with it. At this particular moment right here. This moment. I love this little bit whenever Fluttershy realizes, oh dear, I can talk to animals. It's my job. And she just pulls her hoodie. She just pulls her turtleneck up over her mouth. It's so cute. I love it. It's so adorable. And then she tries talking to this, I wanted to say chinchilla, this Winterzilla, but whenever he knocks her away, that's whenever crap gets real. That's whenever you have unleashed the beast. And at first, I love this segment. Fluttershy's hair is just like over top her face. And then she pulls it to the side. This is beast mode. No, this is not. No, you did not just push her wrong button. No, there's the wrong button, and then there is the you totally effed up button, and you just hit that one. Whenever I love this bit with Fluttershy because there was a thing that I saw. It's always the quiet ones. You know, I saw something I remember reading something somebody said that like be more afraid of the person of the quiet one that sits in the back than the one who's more open and vocal in the front. Fluttershy's that. I love this bit. This bit right here is like, oh no, you done screwed up. Fluttershy just goes full John Wayne here. And I also love this bit whenever Fluttershy is an interesting character. It's interesting how Fluttershy can be angry but still be adorable at the same time. Whenever you put her in a turtleneck, it just doubles her cuteness. Like, she's mad and it's still it's kind of hard to take her seriously whenever she's looking so cute. But we did get another interesting there was an interesting bit of information here whenever Applejack makes the mention about her hat. And she said that her paw made the mention, said that line whenever he gave her his hat. So that says, obviously, that definitely says that their parents were still, that Pear Butter and Bright Mac were, I mean, that obviously they were alive before, I mean, after Applejack was born, because Apple Bloom was born. But I think back to that episode, I think it was Double Rainbow, whenever it shows Applejack leaving the farm. We didn't see Apple Bloom in that episode, but like we didn't see the parents around anywhere there. And in the episode where it showed the flashback with Applejack and her talking about her lying moments, I don't remember seeing Apple Bloom in that episode either. So I'm wondering exactly when that Bright Mac gave Applejack that hat, when he gave it to her and what was going on at that time. And I gotta say, this little bit, whenever Discord is talking, and Rainbow's just sitting there with her spoon, and she calmly takes a bite of this pudding. Like, this girl is completely ignoring him. She's completely ignoring Discord. She's tuning him out. And she's kind of just, she's tuning him out completely. This was freaking hilarious. I loved it. And I have to say, I mean, I'm not bashing at all this little segment with Spike singing, but I have to wonder, how can you put a guitar together out of cardboard and buttons and it actually play? I'm just curious. I'm really curious about that. And honestly, what I was expecting here to happen, I mean, I'm not against what they did, but I was honestly kind of was thinking a bit something more kind of epic. And what I mean by that is I was thinking of Spike giving Rarity this guitar, and I think back to the episode whenever Rarity was stressed out, Pinky gave her a guitar and she like totally went full on metal or full on rock. And I was kind of expecting Rarity to do something like that here, for her to suddenly belt out some sort of rock jam. That's what I was expecting. I won't deny I was disappointed that didn't happen, because Rarity the Rocker is awesome. But this was a very cute, sweet moment with Spike performing, but it only fueled the Spike and Rarity shipping. It only fueled that. But this little moment with them all singing together at the end was really sweet. It was really cute. It was interesting to see the different segments here kind of come together with the different characters and them talking. Twilight singing about how friendship was a very special gift. And it honestly is true. Like, friendship is a very special gift, and it's really a very special Christmas gift. It's not something you can buy. It's It's something that you can seek, but it's something that you can give to anybody. And it's a very special thing, and it's very unique. It's the most rarest of things. It's more rare, like no matter what you try to seek in a store or online, it's not as rare as friendship. And it's something extremely rare, and it's the most special gift that you can give. And it's it's extremely true. But we did actually see some other ending segments here with some cute scenes with Starlight and Trixie together, which I think is also cute. With Trixie and Starlight here together, which is also cute. Which is also interesting because it seems like they're on another road trip together, which is interesting. And like I said, Starlight wasn't here, present in the episode, but you could probably say that maybe Starlight. There's a couple different theories you could come up with. One is that Starlight is spending Christmas or Heartswarming with Trixie because Trixie has nobody else. You could say that since it is Heartswarming Eve, that Starlight will be joining them later on, like in the last Christmas special, she will be joining them for Heartswarming on Christmas or Heartswarming Day. But here she's kind of spending it with Trixie. You could have that conjecture with that. And of course, like I said, we see the other characters here. We see the Apple and the Pie. We see the Apple family and the Pie family together here, which is interesting because we see some different characters. Of course, we see Apple Bloom and Maud, Limestone and Marble, breaking rocks. And we also see Maud and Mudbriar spending Christmas together. And over on the side, of course, we see Sugar Belle and Big Mac spending Christmas together as well, which is very sweet. And now I know someone is going to point that out, so I'm going to go back to the very beginning of the episode and point out that segment before someone decides to point it out to me, and I have to include it in this overall. Now we did get this really adorable scene earlier in the episode at the beginning with Big Mac and Sugar Belle sharing a little nose nuzzle and a little forehead kiss, a little forehead smooch, which was adorable. And we did see this segment where Marble witnessed it, and she was distraught over it. We did see this scene, and we see this heartbroken scene with Marble here. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to deny this is hurtful to see. And like she backs away, so I'm not. Yeah, I mean this does hurt to see this. But there are a couple of different things that I could look at with this and say. Apparently, supposedly, Big Mac and Marble are really cousins. And so, I know that a lot of people still ship Marble and Big Mac. I mean, I still think the pairing is cute myself. And I'm not against the shipping. I mean, I can still roll with that ship. But apparently they are related. But thinking back, I don't personally remember them having very much of an interaction whenever they were highlighted together. One theory that I could come up with here that might kind of justify what is going on here without it being extremely hurtful is that Marble is not upset with the concept of Big Mac having a special sun pony, but it's just that maybe she is upset that she doesn't have one, and that she's not sharing a very special moment with Sun Pony under the mistletoe, or holly. So that's one theory that I can come up with on that. But yeah, that was I'm going to kind of try to look over that scene personally because it does kind of hurt, and it has been more established about Big Mac and them here. I mean, it kind of has been definitely more established with Big Mac and Sugar Belle. So I can't really say much on that. But Marble seems normal here, as normal as Limestone, and mod in this episode, so yeah. And of course, we also see this little lovely scene where Luna is looking up at the stars. I mean, where it's nighttime and she's out, she's watching the snowfall scene, and Luna turns to her and smiles, and it's just a warm little sisterly interaction there. And we also see this other character here. He gets a hat from I'm assuming his parents, and it's a very cool acorn-based hat. And there's just warm smiles and laughter all about, which is very sweet. And we do see an interesting bit with Flim and Flam and all the toys, and them going back to Las Pegasus, and then being disgruntled. Yeah, totally cool with that. They deserve it. They totally deserve it. And of course, the scene transitions. We see little Derpy again flying. And we see everybody leaving Town Hall. I'm assuming there was some sort of Christmas party possibly being held. We see Derpy. Crap. I did not mean to go back. And of course, the reindeer fly away as if it's, I mean, like your typical kind of a Christmas special here. They fly away. And it's very interesting with that. But yeah, now there were lots of other characters in this episode to point out. Background characters as well, and I could probably do a separate little thing focusing on that. Also really did enjoy Twilight was adorable in this episode. That Twily Nanas thing was also very cute. But yeah, I really did enjoy this episode. It was a very cute, very sweet episode, and I really did love it. This was a really great Christmas special for the holidays. This was a really great Christmas special. Is it my most favorite of the Christmas specials? Of the 3 Christmas specials I've had for MLPs, 4 Christmas specials. It's not my most favorite of the Christmas specials. I mean, it's definitely second. It's definitely my second favorite. I would say of my favorite Christmas specials, it is right, like, here is, I think it's A Heartwarming Tale, or the Christmas special where it was like a Christmas Carol. This is that episode. As far as the Christmas specials go, the Heartwarming, the Christmas one, where it was kind of based off of a Christmas Carol, is pretty much right here. And this Christmas special here, Best Gift Ever, I would say is just slightly below it as far as Christmas specials go. There were a lot of really good elements that I really loved about this episode. But there were a few things that made it not top the other one as my personal favorite Christmas special. I did enjoy the overall message about friendship being the most important gift that you could give. I did enjoy that, and it is really true. However, like I said, there were a few things that personally, for me, made this episode kind of it caused this episode to fall short of being equal to the other Christmas Carol based episode or surpassing it. Number one, the parents weren't featured. Twilight's and Shining's parents weren't featured in this episode, nor was Rainbow's or Fluttershy's parents. Not even Zephyr Breeze was seen in this episode either. And it was supposed to be a friend-based Christmas special as well. And there was a lot of different things going on in this episode. I can see why it fit a 44-minute special. It did really feel there was a lot of things going on in this Christmas special personally, and but it also had discord. I'm really glad that he was featured in it too. We also got to see a bit with Thorax as well. I think the changelings. We didn't even get to see really. Now we didn't. I mean, and we got to see some of the Student 6 as well in the background, but like I said, we didn't see some of the parents. We didn't see that, and they'd had to put that part in the beginning with Marble. I think I would like this episode a little bit more if they hadn't have put that part with Marble crying in the beginning. If they hadn't put that in there, because that's not something I want to see personally in a Christmas special, is somebody crying like that. So that one kind of left it short for me personally. And then like there was some good gimmicks in it, but those elements kind of made it definitely feel a little left out personally. And again, I'm not going to hold the episode completely against it because like I said, this is supposed to be set on Heartswarming Eve, not Heartswarming Day. So you could say the parents, everyone was together the day after. But it was a good, solid holiday special. There wasn't very many songs featured in the episode. But I did really enjoy it. I did really enjoy the episode. Like I said, it is just slightly behind the A Christmas Carol special. This is just slightly behind it. So this is still one of my favorites. Like of the 4 Christmas specials, this one is definitely one of my favorites. And it's just slightly behind the Christmas Carol based episode. But again, I did enjoy the episode. There was a lot of really good stuff in it, and I hope I did a good enough analysis with the different segments which were going on, and I hope I did hope I did a good enough analysis with it. But hope you guys enjoyed. And again, to everybody that worked on this episode, thank you all. DHX Hasbro, thank you everybody that worked on this episode, and thank you all so much for working on this episode. Thank you so much for giving us another Christmas special. Personally, that is one thing that I love that they're still doing Christmas specials, because that's one thing that some unfortunately with some TV shows, that is one thing that you oftentimes will see, is they'll do one holiday special very early on in a show's run, and they won't do another Christmas special later. And so no matter what happens throughout the rest of the seasons, they'll never update it. And so I don't like it. So I love that they have continued, and they've done 4 Christmas specials now, and every single one is updated with the things that have transpired throughout the past seasons. So I'm very glad that they are still doing that. So thank you all so much for continuing with that and still doing that, and still delivering some really great specials. And thank you for this one as well. And thank you to everybody that worked on it. Thank you all so much, and I hope everybody at Hasbro DHX, hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thank you all so much. And we're very much looking forward to season 9. Thank you all. And also to everybody that watches as well. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed the thoughts. And so if there's anything I missed, I deeply apologize. But again, thank you guys again for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed, and Merry Christmas. And I guess this will be, I don't know, I hope this won't be the last MLP episode, the last MLP thing before Christmas. I don't want this to be, so hopefully not. But again, thank you guys again for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next video that I do. Take care.